in 10 minutes. Not long to wait now. Your graduation celebration will begin in 5 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2021 University of Birmingham graduation celebration. Just to help you stay hydrated and healthy in this heat, if you're feeling a bit warm, there are water points available on either side of the marquee. Thank you.
Not long to wait now. Your graduation celebration will begin in 2 minutes.
I declare this celebration open.
Guests, colleagues, and most of all graduands, a very warm welcome indeed, both metaphorically and literally today to our graduation ceremony. I'm Laura Green, I'm head of the College of Life and Environmental Sciences, and psychology is one of our schools within that college. Graduands, this is not a normal ceremony, but then these are not normal times. The global pandemic has impacted all of our lives in ways that we could not have imagined 18 months ago. Whether you're graduating as an undergraduate, as a postgraduate, or with a research degree today, you have adapted, you have persevered, you have shown more resilience, ingenuity, and tenacity than any graduating cohort before you. And we are proud that you have overcome all of these challenges to achieve your degree. Graduations are a defining moment in the university calendar, and your graduation is a defining moment in your life. It is a moment that we as a university could not let pass without celebration and the recognition that it deserves. This summer, only a few universities are holding a graduation celebration on campus, and the events and activities hosting today demonstrate the value we place on you and your achievements. We hope you will enjoy this opportunity to be reunited with each other, to share your success with friends and family, to put on your robes, and to recognise and reflect on your achievements. This may not be an ordinary graduation ceremony, and this has certainly not been an ordinary year. During the pandemic, the university community stepped up and played its part in the nation's response to the crisis. Our researchers have developed new tests to detect COVID, new medical interventions to help treat those suffering from COVID, and have contributed to the understanding of COVID so we may deal with it better. You have all played a part. Many of you have supported vulnerable members of the community in Selly Oak and in your own communities further afield, distributing food and medicine to those most in need, volunteering in hospitals, helping neighbours. You are extraordinary people, and we're here to celebrate your achievements today. You came to the University of Birmingham because you wanted to come to a great place of learning, to test yourself and to equip yourselves for the next phase of your life. Your experience will not have been what you were expecting, but you stand here today having overcome all those barriers and having achieved your goals nonetheless. While you've studied with us, you have enriched our community, made new friends and explored new horizons. As you graduate this summer, you graduate as an enriched person, someone of high achievement, someone who has tested themselves and succeeded. These degree celebrations in the Green Heart are a first for what is a university of firsts. This was the first campus university, the first to incorporate a medical school, to allow women to take medical degrees, and to have a women's hall of residence. More recently, we were the first university to have a secondary school and the first to establish a Pillar 2 testing laboratory for COVID-19. Perhaps today represents a first for some of you. Let me particularly congratulate those of you who are the first in your family to graduate. Others of you will be the first in your family to study in this country, or maybe the first to achieve a postgraduate qualification. And some of you today are the first to make a particular discovery in your research. You are all among the first to graduate through a global pandemic. You have each overcome these challenges, which few others have faced before, and you will have stories to take with you of what that has meant for you. Today is, after all, a day to tell stories, the individual stories of each of you, the students of all ages, backgrounds, and nationalities who animate this great university. Each of you gathered here today represent an individual chapter written into the history of our university. And all of you will have your own unique personal story of what it has taken to get here and to achieve and to finish today with your degrees. Each of you can feel extraordinarily proud of what you have accomplished. So on your journey to graduation, you will have had a lot of support from your lecturers, your classmates, family and friends. Some are here today and some are not. But I'd like you just to take a moment to turn and thank those around you for the support that you have had over the last few years. You can applaud if you want to. I might have to call you to order. So, graduates of the School of Psychology, your degrees have provided you with the opportunity to develop a broad and deep knowledge of the human mind and brain. You are now ready to step forward to make important and enduring contributions to our society at a time when a nuanced understanding of how people think, communicate, and work together, and how our brains support our mental health has never been more important. Now more than ever, we need you in our society to go out and to help us sort out the next few years and come back stronger as societies across the world. Your exemplary response to all of the challenges you've had and the additional skills and experience you have mean that you can look forward with confidence to the next exciting stage of your lives and careers. So today marks the end of one type of relationship with the university and the start of a new one. Today you become a member of our distinguished family of alumni, over 3,000 members in 170 countries around the world. Our alumni engage with us in an amazing way through projects, professions supporting our students, and we look forward to seeing how you develop and how you progress and get your successes added to the list in years to come. So just to finish, you and all of you with you have many reasons to be proud today, and we share in that pride. In that pride and accomplishment, I'm now going to pass to Professor Ed Wilding, Head of the School of Psychology, to continue this celebration event. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Green. I'd first like to just reiterate the congratulations that Laura has offered to all of you. We're very, very proud indeed of what you've achieved over the period of your degrees in both psychology and neuroscience. It's my great pleasure today to announce the prize winners in psychology and neuroscience, and we have 5 awards. We award 2 awards for our final year empirical project, and our human neuroscience project prize goes to Beatrice Howes. Bea's project title was examining the association between psychopathic and impulsive traits in a community sample, testing sex differences, and Bea was supervised by Dr. Stefan de Brito. Our psychology project prize goes to Harriet Ratty. Harriet's project title was Neoliberalism, the Body and COVID-19, a qualitative inquiry of female appearance management during national lockdown. And Harriet was supervised by Dr. Hannah Heath. We also award 3 prizes for outstanding academic performance as reflected in overall degree outcome. And the first of these is an award supported by the British Psychological Society, which is our accrediting body. It's awarded to the student with the highest overall mark across all of our psychology degree programs. And the winner this year is Lucy Jenkins. Lucy completed our MSci Psychology and Psychological Practice program, and her personal tutors during the period of the program were Professor Suzanne Higgs and Dr. Gary Law. Our school award for the highest overall mark on our BSc Psychology program goes to Jack Poole. And Jack's personal tutor was Dietmar Heinke. And the last of our awards, our school award for the highest overall mark on our human neuroscience program, goes to Annabelle Laver. Is that Annabelle? And Annabelle's personal tutors were Dr. Clayton Hickey in Year 1 and Professor Joffley in Years 2 and 3. It's my great pleasure now to hand over to our student representative, Devika Mitra. I'd also like to extend, I'm sorry. Before I let Devika speak, I would just like to say that in addition to being our student representative here now, Devika was also the president of our Psychology Society, our Student Psychology Society this year. And I'd like to extend my personal thanks for the careful, the thoughtful, and the very committed way she supported our society and our students in, of course, it's an understatement to say, turbulent times. But Devika, personally, thank you.
Hello, everyone. That impressively accurate British accent isn't the only thing I've learned from you all these past 3 years. I have learned that you all are some of the most tenacious, hardworking, competitive, but most importantly, empathetic group of people I have ever met in my entire life. It has truly been an honor to get to know you all these past 3 years. If I haven't met you in person, my name is Devika Mitra. You can add me on LinkedIn later. Just kidding, it's D-E-V-I-K. I am so honored to be speaking on behalf of the psychology and neuroscience students, because even if I haven't met every single one of you in person, just looking out at all of you today, each and every one of you possess such a unique level of emotional intelligence that makes you all extraordinary. You did this. You have gotten yourself a whole degree through a pandemic. I'm sorry, I had to mention it. Trigger warning, strange and unprecedented times. You have gotten yourself a degree in one of the best universities in this country. So I'd give yourself a round of applause, to be honest. Speaking of our university, I want to thank every member of staff who have supported us throughout our degree, who have challenged us, who have tended to our problems, but most importantly, who have diligently worked hard at developing our educational prosperity. I would like to especially shout out Jessica Holloway-Swift, Hazel Lodhe, and John Catling for personally having my back this year, but having the backs of every single person in our student body more than you could ever know. I also want to make sure our estate staff and our facility staff get recognized for all of their work year in, year out. Your commitment to making sure our university stays beautiful yet functional does not go unnoticed, and we are so grateful to you. I want to make sure that I shout out Ed Wilding, the head of our school. You are such an honorable man, and it has genuinely been such a pleasure to work with you this past year. Additionally, I want to thank all of the guardians, parents, and peers who have encouraged you throughout your educational journey. I can see some of them out in the audience today. We value all of your unconditional love and support. Personally, I have to give a shout out to my parents who have consistently displaced themselves from every environment they have ever known solely to provide me with every single privilege I have today. One of those privileges being getting the amazing opportunity to get to know all of the fantastic people I am looking at today. Which brings me to my final and most important thanks. I want to thank all of you. I knew you were my kind of people into the first week of uni when you all started putting bets on the messenger chat to see if Joff Lee was going to dress up as like sporty Joff or professional Joff or coming on his little bike. I knew you were my kind of people from our Freshers Army bar crawl, from what I can remember. I knew you were my kind of people during the RMD and RMC group presentations when any person I was randomly allocated to work with, You were complete sharks. And that's why I'm not worried about any of you. I know some of you are worried about your next move, who you want to be, where your career might go, if you want to start a family, but I want you to pause all of those thoughts just for this moment, because I want you to enjoy this. This is your achievement. You all truly possess so much passion and so much heart that I have no doubt in my mind, wherever your paths lead, you are destined to flourish. So enjoy your moment, because you deserve this. Congratulations, class of 2021. We did it!
Thank you very much, Davika. You're quite a hard act to follow. But I will try. It's my great pleasure to join you today to close this celebration event. I'm Tim Softley, Pro Vice Chancellor for Research. And as we gather here to mark your wonderful achievements during your time at University of Birmingham, you probably have memories of that first day when you arrived at the University of Birmingham. And perhaps I encourage you just to think back to that day. My first day was 44 years ago, and I still recall it as if it were yesterday, and I can remember the exact place where I was standing when I sort of waved goodbye to my parents and family as I left home for the first time. And I had a mixture of excitement and anxiety and even a tear in my eye, I think. And I'm sure you have memories of your own. But since then, you have met new people, you've developed new ideas, you've overcome new challenges, and you've grown academically, you've grown intellectually, and you've grown personally. And today, you are graduates, alumni of the University of Birmingham, and one more time, congratulations to you all. Why don't you just, one more time, just give yourselves a big round of applause. So it's really an enormous privilege for me to be able to sit here and stand here and congratulate you and witness the sense of joy on your faces. Beautiful sunny day. I appreciate it's a little bit warm in here. But it is a special privilege to be attending a degree celebration at all in person at this time. And so I'd particularly like to thank my colleagues who've put a huge amount of effort into planning and developing this special kind of celebration that we're having this week. Thank you. So as you graduate from this university, I think you can be confident that you're leaving with something of real and lasting value. A University of Birmingham degree is certainly valued by the country's top employers who recognise that this university provides you with an outstanding education, equipping you with that intellectual curiosity and confidence, knowledge, and those disciplinary and transferable skills that will enable you to thrive in your careers in the future, whatever they may be. And I think as the graduating class of 2021, you've perhaps had to show those qualities of perseverance and tenacity and resilience, perhaps more than any other graduating class that's gone before you in the history of this university. And many of you will have faced very significant personal challenges. Whether you recovered from COVID-19 yourself or spent periods self-isolating, had to cope with studying at home or took on extra caring responsibilities. And some of you will have experienced that deep sadness of a personal loss. But whatever ways the pandemic has affected you personally, I think you should take real pride in all that you've accomplished. You shouldn't forget the character that you've shown to get to this point. You should draw on it as a real strength. And you've seen your way through uncertain and difficult times. And I think that whatever challenges you face in the future, you will be as well placed as any to meet and overcome them. So as you leave graduation today, you'll be going out into a world that desperately needs you. It's a world that you can help to remake and reshape, a world that needs the kind of skills and ability and commitment that characterizes students and graduates of this university. The motto of this university, per ardua ad alta, means through great efforts to high things, and your great efforts have led to the high things today, the degrees that we celebrate. But your efforts will take you to new places and even greater heights, I'm sure, and you will test and prove yourselves, helping to rebuild the world for a better future. As Professor Green has already said, we welcome you into the worldwide University of Birmingham alumni community. There are now actually only 14 countries where you'll not find one of our graduates resident. So let us know if you're take up residence near the South Pole or something, or maybe on a space station or Mars even. But this university was actually founded with a clear vision of changing the lives of the people of the city of Birmingham, and we know that a significant proportion of you will actually stay in this area after graduation. Our founder, Joseph Chamberlain, set about raising the money from philanthropists that was required to build this university and to build our famous clock tower, Old Joe, which you may have noticed doesn't have any hands on it at the moment. I'm pleased to reassure you that these have not been stolen. We've got them in safekeeping. But it was actually an anonymous donation that made the construction of Old Joe possible. I think £50,000 was actually enough to build Old Joe back in the early 1900s. And we do have a long and proud history of philanthropy, and our alumni have featured prominently in volunteering, both their time as well as gifts of money, and we're in great gratitude to them. And as you may know, we are continuing to try and fulfill Chamberlain's vision of transforming lives with a fundraising and volunteering campaign at the moment. It's called Birmingham in Action. That's 3 words, not 2. It is an ambitious and innovative campaign that is offering life-changing opportunities for young people, ensuring that their circumstances don't hold them back from enjoying the kind of education that you have experienced here. And it's also supporting a broad range of groundbreaking research projects, including some on the mental health of young people. So as alumni of the University of Birmingham, we hope that you will engage with this campaign. I encourage you to join many others at the time that's right for you in sharing its impact, and hopefully you'll become a part of it as your careers unfold. And in this way, you'll have the potential to help to continue to change the lives of future generations of Birmingham students who will hopefully be experiencing the same feeling of celebration that you are doing now in years to come. So wherever you find yourself in the world, please be assured you'll always be part of the Birmingham family. I'm sure you'll carry a bit of Birmingham with you. We hope to welcome you back in the future, whether that's for further study or perhaps to volunteer to mentor a student or to come to an event or just simply to come and enjoy the Green Heart as we are today. And you can be confident that we will be here to provide you with advice and support you and to celebrate with you as your lives and careers develop. So in a very short moment, I will bring this particular celebration to a close, and I'm sure you're looking forward to celebrating further with family and friends and your fellow graduands. We sometimes get gusty winds here, so be careful if you feel the need to throw your cap in the air. Perhaps you should conduct a risk assessment before doing so. But first, let me thank you for everything that you have given to us and to each other during your studies with us. The University of Birmingham would not exist but for its remarkable students. Each one of you has made your own contribution to this institution. and you've left a legacy for the benefit of future generations. So I wish every one of you every success in the future, and I trust that your experiences at Birmingham will really continue to shape your lives, and congratulations to you all once more. Thank you. And now I declare this celebration closed.